Hello and welcome to the second video of the series about my experience whilst in Thailand. This time we're heading straight to the Indian Ocean coast of Thailand. In this video I will show you how I spent a week and a half exploring some of the most beautiful beaches in Thailand. Chances are, if you're coming to this part of the world, you will probably arrive at Phuket International Airport. If so, don't waste the opportunity to visit the incredible Mai Khao beach. It felt like the water there was the clearest I've swum in my entire lifetime. However, this is not even the main reason why this beach is so popular amongst the tourists. Because of its close proximity to the airport, the airplanes are literally flying meters above your head when landing. This is once in a lifetime experience and it's definitely something that you don't want to miss out on. From the airport you can take the public bus to Rasada Pier, which is the ferry port of Phuket. From here you can take ferries to numerous islands and destinations in the region. This is a much cheaper alternative to the private taxi boats and I can really recommend this kind of transportation. In our case we continued in direction Ao Nang, where we stayed for 2 nights. В момента се прекачваме. Ето го кораба за Коланд. We arrived in Ao Nang, which is a fairly small coastal town in Krabi province.
Сега сме на плаж Ao Nang. Отиваме към Тонсай през пътеката с маймунки. А утре си вземаме тази лодка и отиваме на Лайуей. Айде, че трябва да се къпем.
As promised, we're on the monkey trail and it's a pleasant 10 to 15 minutes hike to Pipelong Beach. However, despite its name, we didn't encounter any monkeys on the way there. Pipelong Beach is a hidden gem. It is not too popular amongst the tourists and thus it is not crowded at all. And please take a moment to admire this beautiful scenery. The beach is completely surrounded by these steep rocky hills. As we arrived at Ao Nang at noon, going to Pipelong Beach and back was a pretty good half-day itinerary. But of course the main tourist attraction nearby is the famous Railway Beach. Like Pipelong Beach, it is also completely surrounded by mountains, so the only way you can get there is by boat. Of course you can also reserve a hotel directly on Railway Beach, but it's much more expensive than staying in Ao Nang. The boat will arrive at East Railway Beach, where we stop for a while to swim in the morning sun. Going through the railway walking street, you can reach the West Railway Beach, but because of the many boats that berth here, it's not suitable for sunbathing. From here on, the path enters the jungle and after a 5-minute walk, it will lead you to the famous Phra Nang Beach. This scenery may look familiar to you because this beach is very famous and for a good reason. It has a crystal clear waters and it's split in two by this iconic rock that is standing alone several meters into the ocean. You can easily spend the whole day on the beach, but in my opinion you should definitely not miss going to the Bat Cave as well. It is located just several hundred meters west from the beach and can be reached by this steep jungle path. The Bat Cave is very famous amongst the rock climbers, but we came here for maybe the best view of Phra Nang Beach.
Ого, тук не може излезеш, бе.
After Ao Nang, we head to the highlight of the journey, the magnificent Phi Islands. Again, we used the public ferry services and the journey took us around 2 hours. We arrived at Phi Don, which is the biggest island of the archipelago. But despite the fact that the island is rapidly developing into a world-famous tropical resort, there are parts of it that can be described as wild and untouched. The biggest settlement on the island is Tonsai village, which is full of hotels and restaurants.
Всички улички тук на острова изглеждат по този начин, много яко. Не съм видял кола за сега, само с тези ремаркета си возят нещата. Много приятно местенце.
During the night there are also many bars and discos, as well as many activities happening on the beaches. Starting from Tonsai village, there is a staircase which is leading to the jungle part of the island. Here, the locals have created several viewpoints which are perfect for making the best panoramic photos of the island.
Втората гледка. Ще е след малко. О, тя е уникална.
The steep path and the hot tropical weather is not the best combination, but going up the hill was definitely worth it. This is maybe the best view I've seen in my entire lifetime.
Стигнахме и на последния. Красота е голяма.
If you're adventurous enough, you can continue the path through the jungle and it will lead you to the other side of the island. After 1 hour of walking, you can reach one tiny beach which is not so popular amongst the tourists. I really like this beach because it's far from the most crowded parts of the island, and here for the first time in Thailand I was able to swim through real coral reefs. When in PP, one should definitely take a one-day boat tour to see the nearby islands. Our tour began with snorkeling in the so-called Shark Point. This is a famous place to witness sharks, but unfortunately we couldn't see one. However, the water was full of different kinds of colorful fish. Next stop on our journey was Bamboo Island. It was a little bit crowded, but the island itself was an untouched beauty where you can enjoy wild jungle, sandy beaches and crystal clear waters. After that we returned to the main island to moor at Monkey Beach. As you can imagine from its name, this fairly small beach is famous to be home to many monkeys. You can interact with them, but be aware that they can be aggressive as well, especially if you have food in your backpack. It was time to sail off to the beautiful island of Pipile. First we entered the so-called Blue Lagoon, which is a large gulf with rocky shores. It was outgoing tide, so the water level was low, so we were even able to walk on the seabed. After half an hour in the lagoon, we hopped on the boat and sailed off to the other side of the island to see the highlight of our trip, the magnificent Maya Bay. We left the boat and had to walk 10 to 15 minutes through the jungle to reach the beach. This is by far the most famous beach in Thailand, and I don't wonder why. Just admire this beautiful scenery.
Да, съвсем логично, плажът Майя е доста препълнен, но все пак и туристът са дошли тук специално за него, както и ние.
Since several years ago, it's forbidden to swim in Maya Bay. This is because the corals have begun to decay due to the sunscreen that has been dissolving into the water. As time went by, the majority of the tourists left and we were able to enjoy exploring the beach in peace. This concluded our journey on the Thai coast, as on the next day we headed back to the airport. If you're interested in more travel information about Thailand, then I urge you to check my other video that appears on your screen. Thanks for watching the video, and remember, when it comes to traveling, always do it yourself.